How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak Down and Wade, aka the Dig Dug himself. And today's, ladies and gents, we're going to be doing the week of Switch Axe. That's right, we're doing the week of series again, and I'm glad to bring you guys Switch Axe as the first one for Monster Hunter World. Now, the Switch Axe was released in Monster Hunter Tri, and to no surprise, it was very popular and a powerful weapon. In 3U, it was nerfed a little bit, most notably the infinite slash attack it had. It allowed you to actually attack the monster without any reduction to your stamina, which we now know was totally nerfed. Game over game, it was nerfed and buffed until we get to right here where it is right now in World, where it's arguably the most balanced, but I totally say arguably with like a huge pinch of salt because I know there's 4 people right now that will cut me for saying this. However, without doing a large tutorial, I'm going to give you guys a quick little breakdown as exactly what the Switch Axe does. And for the most part, switching to sword mode allows you to utilize your foul system, which ranges from either elements to ailments to even the more popular power foul because it does the more damage. Use your sword mode combos until your gauge gets low, and then morph into your axe mode to restore sword gauge. I personally love the sword axe mode. I personally love the axe mode because of the powerful single strikes, but you know, that's just me. A lot of people really like to use the sword because it does the most DPS, so to speak. It makes people look cool. But lastly, there's an additional gauge you should totally look for. The sword, emphasis and quotation marks on the sword of the sword gauge, is actually gauge itself. Once you fill that gauge up, you actually fill it up rather by attacking monsters and landing these hits with your sword. Now, once you fill it all the way up, you actually have the ability to latch onto a monster, like jump onto his face, and use your sword burst, like directly into his skull. It's really cool. As opposed to just standing on the ground and doing it, you actually get to jump on the monster, almost kind of like a mount. But granted, it is not a mount because you can totally cart from this. So yeah, that's the Switch Axe in kind of a nutshell. So with that being said, yo, let's hop right into it. What are we gonna do exactly? What we are going to do rather is we're going to reply to SOSs, because usually when we do this I join a random lobby, but we won't have to do any of that madness anymore. We can just join an SOS and then we're good to go. Respond to them joints, no preferences, let's just do it. People need my help because I'm here to help. Assigned quests are nice, let's help them out. Oh boy, yeah, let's go ahead and fight Valazok as the first one today. So let's go ahead and pop this here ticket. And let's do it to it. So, first off, I'm going to say this. I am not nice with the Switch Axe. I'm not, even though I did fight Valazok initially with the Switch Axe. That was years ago, and I haven't really used the Switch Axe since. But since it is Valazok, I will probably bring Cleanser. Yeah, there we go. Okay, bet. Yeah, I'm not too totally excited to fight Valazok. He's one of my favorite monsters. Don't get it twisted. He's one of my favorites. It's just that he is a slapper, son. And when you're a slapper, you kind of make me sad because, I mean, it hurts because you just hit so hard and you do so much and you're so extra. But at the end of the day, he's still a super dope monster. I love his design. I love everything about the guy except fighting him. Funnily enough. So, what I wanted to do initially was have like a dual commentary thing going on where it's like me and then a specialist to this particular weapon. I may still try and do that. I may get people who I know to be very good at using X weapon to assist me in these week of joints. But for right now, I couldn't find a Switch X specialist, so it's just me and my lonesome. So if you guys know anyone who rather specializes in any weapon that you would like to see me dual com with, let me know. I'll get in touch with them, and hopefully they'll join us. This is again for like later joints. You know, like let's say the next week of was like week of Sword and Shield. Boom, there we go. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you guys what the skills are on this particular set. However, if I know me, the skills will either be in the description, or I'll probably make a new layout where I actually show you the skills briefly or just permanently on the screen. Don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. So this is like fourth wall breaking or something. I don't know. But anyway, here we are, Valazok. I most likely, like I said before, I like using the axe mode. A lot of people like going into sword immediately. I don't know. I just kind of like the axe. It's like it's overlooked, underlooked, and I kind of feel like it needs a little bit of, you know, it needs a bit of love. It does well, you know what I mean? It's a really good, you know, means of attack. You know, it has powerful single strikes, allows you to reach far. But honestly, playing with it solely is a little difficult, I'll admit. I mean, as much as I'd like for it to be like the coolest thing since sliced bread, it's kind of not the coolest thing since sliced bread. It's probably the coolest thing since peppermint patties. And those are kind of cool, but not like sliced bread cool, you know what I mean? Sliced bread is like legit, so. Without further ado, here we go. Sword mode activated. Let's get it in there. Slowly trying to build up this this heat gauge, so I'm going to refer to it as. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's called, but I'm going to call it the heat gauge because your sword looks heated up. And then you can actually jump on the monster's face. I did talk about that briefly in our rather little brief discussion. Oh snap, bro! Is that cleanser still up? Yes. Come on, feel that health. There we go. I probably should have just ran like my asthma jewels or something like that. I mean, cleanser's cool, but like, yo, I have to deal with this all the time, bro. Build that gauge, bro, hand. Build that gauge. One thing I noticed that they changed in the sword mode is that it used to be. Hold on, can I? Nah, don't. I want to hitch that ride, bro. Let me hitch that ride, yeah, buddy. You're. Aw, see, you can't get knocked off. I got knocked off and almost died for it. Okay, so remember that. Don't think you're invincible. Don't think it's a legit mount. You can get knocked off, and you will get knocked off if you're not paying attention. Okay, I'm going to attempt it once more because it is FLY. And he's busy doing stuff, so we should be able to get it out. Huzzah! It looks so epic. I'll give it up. To any person who uses Switch Axe, I guarantee their life is now complete with that ability. Oh snap. Oh, look, I forgot to talk about the skills. So I'm using evasion window. I'm just gonna refer to it as evasion. Like, I don't know, these extra additives to things I already know what it is, I'm not gonna refer to it as. So I'm not gonna call it evasion 1. I'm just gonna call it evasion plus 3 because it's 3 out of 5. So I have evasion 3 on. Evade extender 2, I believe. Wrong button. Evade extender 2, critical boost 3. No, excuse me, 2. I can't remember off the top of my head. Handicraft 5? Yes, Handicraft 5. Stun resistance, which came with the, just came with the chest piece, of course. But for the most part, the skills that I chosen, they're a good mix between sharpness and evasive skills, which apparently seems to be the go-to when it comes to like Switch Axe, of course, because when you're in Axe mode, even in Sword mode, you have a very good sidestep. And you can, a lot of people utilize it to, not be hit, which is really cool, especially in the the Axe mode. Axe mode sidestep is very powerful. So utilizing those particular evasive maneuvers, I've coupled that with evasion, of course. You can also just say forget 3, go all the way to 5, max it out to where you're practically invincible. It's actually really good. But I chose those evasive maneuvers and decided to use Handicraft as my go-to sharpness skill. I mean, Handicraft 5, that's ridiculous, it's pretty good. The Switch Axe I'm using is actually the Goat Butter Urigan Switch Axe, so you can totally still use the regular Urigan Switch Axe. I actually recommend it because it gives you an additional slot, whereas just the Goat Butter one does not. And you can actually gem in an additional skill. My additional skill was going to be Critical Eye, because I actually have Critical Eye 3 on here. It was going to be 4, but I decided to go for the Goat Butter one because Goat Butter is really cool, and it's goat, and it's butter, and it's shiny, and it's gold. Yes, I use my man's cat's, I use his cat's, health that he want to heal. Okay. Oh, bro, that's a longsword. I thought he was switch axing. I dead serious thought he was switch axing, bro. I had no clue. I do like how the axe mode has additional bit like evasive tactics now. Like you can do the back roll, you can do a back roll into like another slash. It's kind of cool. You can have like, what was it? It was circle, back circle. Yeah, back circle is kind of like a little phase slash, something like that. I think it's kind of cool. They adjusted it. They added new abilities in it because the switch axe was kind of, well, the axe mode was kind of dry. Still is a little dry, but I mean it's not as dry. Like some people just straight up burn the chicken. I mean this chicken just needs a little help. It's alright. Alright, let's get this demon drug in here. Let's get this sharp off. I was actually scared that I might actually get hit with madness. The secondhand smoke beam, of course. Now, see, evasion is a little tight compared to, like, for you. My goodness, evasion was so cheap in for you. But evasion is a little tight, even with evasion 3. Evasion 3 is honestly where I set the benchmark for evasion. I played around with evasion a little bit more since just this one video here. But I will say evasion 3 is like the benchmark. You kind of want to start there. But again, 5 is less brain work, obviously. So if you want to use 5, it's a lot more lenient. But 3 is the basis. 1 and 2, you're pretty much wasting your time. You kind of want to just at least go to 3. Kind of like, in my opinion, guarding. And for Lance, you at least want to get to level 3 guarding, so that way you can block a relatively decent amount of attacks with a little to no issue. Granted, if you want the full juice, you got to go for 5 because you block significantly more damage. Because like there's absolutely no chip, and you get the 50% reduction in your stamina for blocking, which is also like super duper nice. But I mean that's the Lance. Guarding is not as lancy as it used to be. Wait, what? Evasion, that's what I meant to say, not guarding. Guarding is like absolutely lance, what the heck? But evasion is nerfed a bit, okay? It's not as wildly broken as it used to be. So, for those wondering if it was like that freaking good, no, it's not that good anymore. But if you are a very good person at like timing things, you should be able to get it no issues at all. And I'm not evading anything because, again, like I said, you got to be good. I'm not good. I'm struggling. That's why this series actually even exists. You get to see me struggle with weapons that I don't normally use. I mean, every now and then you might catch me use a Switch X, but that's because I'm probably in a group of 4 people. I don't plan on doing any actual damage. They tend to do all the work for me. It's just a free backpack in my case. But today, playing with randoms. I don't know these guys. I kind of have to pull my own weight here. So hopefully by the end of this series, which usually happens, I should say, by the end of the series for this week or whatever, I actually learn a thing or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe even 5, about the weapon I'm using and actually get pretty good with it. I want to say my greatest experience was probably the Insect Glaive. At first I was like, bro, what is this weapon? I had no idea what the Insect Glaive was. I've never used it. I was like, man, I didn't know how to throw out the bug. I didn't know how to like get the juices. I didn't know how to do anything. I was so confused. But then at the end of it, I'm not saying I was a good Insect Glaive user at the end of it, but that was more competent. I was more comfortable with my ability to use it. I mean, it was solid. But then again, I kid you not, I haven't really used the Insect Glaive since. So when we do the week of Insect Glaive, it's going to be a whole new, brand new experience again. Just brand new, all over again. Considerably so. Dang, I'm drinking hella potion. Probably because I can't block with my face. Well, I am blocking my face. I just can't block the shield. Oh, there we go. Not yet, not yet. Almost. Now. Now? No. Oh, no, not yet. Close. Close, 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 close. I want this gauge filled. The more I don't use it, the more the gauge falls. Okay, there we go. We're in there. But we don't have enough sword. Well, we have, but I don't think it's, like, mad enough. Dang, I gotta roll back for this. Don't touch me. I'm ever so little. Yes, do that. Do that. I am on that tail, boy. Let me get that tail, cuz. Let me get it. It's conclusion. I like it. Oos. Almost got bodied. Okay, here we go. Oh, my man said health booster. Alright, good job. Oh. I want to start using the axe, but start utilizing the combo switch, like where you would start with an axe combo, then lead into a sword combo, and then vice versa. Gotta get better at that. Kinda lost my touch to it. Oh my gosh, bro. This miasma is like really killing me. Boom. Now we call that a full-scale re-up. Good stuff. Oh no! Okay. Oh, okay. I think it's like my first actual evasion all day. You know, holy smokes, Dak. You have this skill. Maybe I'll just get better at evasion. I don't know. Maybe not as good as switch axe, but better. Maybe just better at evasion. As I say this, I get hit 3 times in a row. Congratulations, Dak. You're so good at evasion. Oos, oos, scoogie boo. Hit him with the ooh. Of course. Anytime I try to do anything significant, my man hits me with the rar. Oh my god, dude, my asthma. Why? Alright. We're not gonna fight Val for the rest of the week, yo. I don't want to hear it. I'm so done with it. This is like so much miasma. And let me just say, we are not making quick work of my man here. We are not. This is what I like to call long work. The fact that he's still alive, like 15 minutes later. There we go. I'm just gonna use the axe a lot more. I don't know, I just feel more comfortable with using it. And you got that huge like roll. Like they modified the roll for the axe mode to where it's like it's massive and you can act out of it so quickly. It's like the best like weapon roll in the game. Like the recovery on it is tremendous. By tremendous I mean like tremendously good. That was not evasion. I'm pretty sure somebody hit me right before, like right after the roar came out. Is he doing the weird thing? Oh no, okay. That tail is oof, son. Alright, bad. Let me charge the blade. It is charged. Yo, that's a limp over there. I see you. Okay, good job, everyone. Good job to my 2 random teammates there. Oh, I forgot I had this cleanser booster. Yo, we didn't drop no rocks on his forehead either. Boing, let's do that. No, I'm like I want to see if it'll stretch and hit a wing here, but I don't want to risk that biscuit. I do, but I don't. Let's just do it anyway. Boom, there we go. Yes, sir. There we go. Good job, everyone. We did it. We did it. Yo, look at this though. Like when it's heated up, that's gonna look hot. The other kind of hot, as in like looks good. Of course it's hot. It's heated up. Oh snaps. Okay. So I have to say, for using the switch axe for the first time in a while, I decided to use the switch axe. It was either heavy bowgun or switch axe for the first episode of the week of, because heavy bowgun I practically like never used, but the switch axe is something I'm kind of familiar with, but I haven't really used in a while in World. So I decided, well, let me just go ahead and actually do a proper week of where I actually attempt to try and get good with it. And as far as the first hunt goes, not that bad. Of course, these are going to be live. These are live commentaries. They're all going to be live. This one, however, is going to be a one singular one. Like, it's going to be live for itself. And then I will start anew on episode 2 through 6. It's just that I want to get the pilot episode out the way first. Make sure it's proper for you guys, so that way you guys know what to expect in the coming episodes. I will be doing these, like every day, or maybe every other day if I do have another series that I'm floating around somewhere as well, that I'm also trying to come up with to keep you guys relatively entertained in terms of content, so that way there's a a steady stream of content from me, like one video a day kind of thing, I'll try and get that nice and juicy for you guys. But yo, with that being said, I didn't get a single, I didn't get anything. That dude came in late and got 3. I'm so upset. Well, that lets you know that I suck. But anyway, it's been your boy Dak908. I will talk to y'all on the next one. With that being said, take care.